We're live.
All right, we are live. We are here with our fearless leaders, co-founders, AJ and Max. I am actually out in Canada finishing up an awesome D2C conference. Shout out, Eric. You've hosted an awesome thing. Victoria's beautiful. But before we start off, why not some humor on a Friday? Max says he has a joke in the hopper.
Uh,
The stage is yours. Or no joke now? You wanted the joke.
no, it was just no joke. Never
No
mind.
joke. Okay. We got our laughs in already too much. If you guys haven't noticed, we did drop a little thing quietly called the Fin
There's
Hub.
the joke. There you go. The joke.
There is the joke. There we go. Tough crowd today. This was actually one of Max's babies. Pretty much the product roadmap has been AJ takes Max's spreadsheets and then productizes them. And then the end game is we're going to sprinkle over some AI. But we'll talk about the Finance Hub a little bit. But furthermore, AJ's been bringing on just some absolutely stellar engineers. And they finally upgraded us to just absolutely incredible architecture. So do you want to talk a little about that, AJ, and how the customer insights have been revamped, what that means for everybody?
Yeah. Actually, we can do a technical thread at some point on Twitter as well. But basically, the customer insights now have gotten upgraded, and the pixel pages are now upgraded as well. They're not launched live yet. They will be launched next week for everyone. Time series graphs, comparison windows on the pixel. It will fly for customers doing up to $1 billion in revenue. Both of those, so customer insights and the pixel pages, which is been a struggle for Triple Whale to manage to scale up our infrastructure to brands doing, 100, 200, 500, $1 billion. We do have brands that are doing that much right now on Triple Whale. So we're trying to bring down the tools that all the big people use to the small people. But then you realize that actually the tools that the big brands use, they all look pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
So actually giving like a product that looks beautiful for larger brands is also a win for the reason a larger brand with 5 people on the team will use Triple Whale, even though they may have their own engineers, is because what they have built out is in Google Data Studio, and it takes I don't know how long to load, a long time.
Yep.
Or like need to know SQL or whatever to go and.
Yeah, in general, Rob, I think. Sorry, Max, I cut you off. I think the team got done the last week before. So yeah, we have a Jewish holiday coming up.
Yep.
Beginning of the Jewish New Year is coming up. I think Sunday night. I think we got done in the last week, like the equivalent of like 2 months of work.
I would almost push like a quarter. Like it feels like the
Yeah.
super sprint of all super sprints. I mean, it was just like, and from my position, it's been hard because there's a certain absorption rate that our customers have. And so AJ's like, we're launching this, we have this ready. I'm like, what do I? It's an embarrassment of riches. Like, what do we do with all this awesomeness?
Feature shot. We call that feature shot.
Feature shot.
It's a great point. It's also absorption. It's a very good point. Things are changing so quickly right now. It's like pixel page and the summaries an announcement on its own. Export for pixels and announcements on its own. Time series graphs in comparison, but all these are coming together. Right, with new pixel next week. There's just absolutely so much coming.
Hold on. So we're going to be able to export as well now? That's coming?
On the pixel page, next week. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
we do have APIs already live for the Pixel that for our enterprise level clients if they want to bring it into their own data warehouses. And we have a lot more news on APIs coming. I was going to do next week, but we have too much coming next week, so we have to move it over.
We have to figure it out. Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do? Sometimes I feel bad being on Twitter, just because I see us so much. And I'm like, if I was on Twitter, I would like to see other things too. I want to give place for other things on Twitter besides just Triple Whale everywhere. I don't know. It's an interesting. It's good. I think we're building products people love, and I think people are really resonating with that, and it's very exciting for the team. It's very good for the team.
Yeah, we've already gotten some really positive feedback from some of our bigger clients that just candidly, when you were in that kind of $300 to $500 or 500 million run rate, it was challenging for some of the cohorting, especially if you're at the lower AOVs because you're just processing so much data. And now it's almost instantaneous. It really is. It's mind-blowing. It's absolutely stunning how fast they are now. It's almost unbelievable.
And those products are just going to get deeper and deeper, right? So eventually Triple Whale will feature a full CDP over there where you can dive deep and really go deep on your cohorting. One fun thing we've done right now recently is we finally got Triple Whale up for Triple Whale. I know every SaaS company in the world is going to want it too. So we're using ourselves right now for the summary page and for the attribution for Triple Whale to understand our efficacy of our
and the Creative Cockpit.
Yeah.
And the Affluencer Hub. So it's slowly starting to all coalesce.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but
the next big move there is really getting the CDP portion of it, like the ability to understand our health of our customers using a cohort waterfall, right? Like one of our biggest challenges is just like, did this person churn, did this person not churn? Why? Recognize trends. Literally, me, Nick, Russ, head of finance, like we're like in these spreadsheets hours, a month, trying to understand, re-exporting from Stripe, looking at HubSpot, looking at Intercom. It's like, oh my God.
It's a very funny, like, I feel like some companies have an unfair advantage, right? And I'll just point it out, like, Klaviyo is a great example of this, right? Klaviyo has an amazing metric where they're able to fully mobilize their whole company around, right? Which is Klaviyo attributed revenue, right? And it makes sense because that metric brings value for their customers, for our customers too, right? Triple Whale doesn't have like a specific metric where we could say, because we're tracking your whole profit, we're tracking your whole ecosystem. Can we say we brought you this dollar or that dollar? It's very hard for us to do that right now as a company. Although we can say that people that download Triple Whale on average grow a substantial amount afterwards, right? We have data. That said, is that dollar specifically a Triple Whale dollar, or do we just get great brands that grow, right? Those are a great question, right? And so the unfair advantage we have, which has been hard for us to actually tap into, is that every company struggles with analytics, spreadsheets, and attribution, and finance, right?
What do we call ourselves? We're the shoemaker without shoes right now.
Yeah, the cobbler's kid goes without shoes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we're finally coming around to that right now, which is very, very exciting, right? All the AI guys that we're building on Facebook ads, we're doing that on us as well, right?
Yep.
To figure out our efficacy, to figure out our view through, to figure out so much more is coming on the Pixel right now. Like, yeah.
And now we're live on 8 different channels as well. So we're going to be a really great test case. Like, it's going to be pretty hard pressed to find more complicated marketing ecosystems than ours right now. Or we're really starting to branch out into, we're not just Facebook, Google. So we are going to be kind of pioneering the frontier of Triple Whale for you all. So, and I kind of want to push back on what you're saying, AJ, too, because I think obviously we want to make more people money. And also shout out Steve, Good Kids, and Raquel. Thanks for joining the stream. Is that a lot of, so we have the PM of FinHub is one of like my favorite humans on the team, Yakov, and he's very heavily involved in user feedback. And almost exclusively, obviously people, like I said, want to make more money, want to make more profit. But there was one guy that almost was in tears where he's like, I get 4 hours of my life back to hang out with my daughter more. And so I think that there's different value vectors that aren't necessarily like, quote unquote monetary, where the business is making more money, that people are just getting more time back and they're making more money. And so I think that there's an aspect of Triple Whale that, like, obviously Klaviyo is awesome. We love them, but Klaviyo isn't giving more of your time back, right? Like Klaviyo is just and so I think what you and Max have built here is really cool because there is it's that cheesy line that we hated what you came up with, that it's kind of coming back around now, where it's like, let humans, I always forget what it is, but yeah, it's terrible.
Let humans do what they do best and let machines do the rest.
But so I think that's something that kind of has been overshadowed a bit, where especially with the FinHub, we just got a really great user user interview that Yakov posted about the same thing, about people are just getting more and more of their time back. And I think that's something that is even more valuable than money in a weird way.
Actually, one way I was thinking of quantifying so users understand the value we're bringing as a company to them, right? Because me and Max did this exercise, right? When Max was running Madison Braids, and if you're running a brand and you're doing well, every hour of your time is actually very valuable because you're usually not working full time as the brand owner, right? Yep. So every hour of Max's time back when he was running Madison Braids was like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I don't remember how much it was, Max, right? But it was a substantial amount. And I wanted to basically quantify every single time you come to Triple Whale, how much time is it saving you on looking at all the other dashboards combined put that in a metric, and then show you how much money you're saving and how much that money is worth for you compared to your profit in the store. As showing a metric. But yeah, it's definitely one way of what we think. Actually, on the first video that we did together with Zach Murray, shout out Zach for that awesome landing page.
What a stunning landing page.
So it actually says like reclaim, like in that video where you have like the, there's that line about reclaim your time for the
Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yeah, Morgan. Yeah.
Allegedly Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, that's I'm with you. We actually just had Elijah Snyder, a super wicked smart guy, runs an agency called Modify. We actually have a great case study with him, and he's done what you did, or talking about AJ, where he's quantified the time that he's saved, and for some clients into tens of thousands of dollars. And he, to be fair, he deals with kind of bigger CPG brands. Like these are bigger clients that maybe not everybody's going to be saving $50,000 a month kind of thing in terms of time back, but it was pretty interesting to see that these numbers, and to your point of like, you can quantify it in a way, and it starts to become really powerful.
I think there's really, you're right. There's two vectors of value that we try to bring to our customers, right? And me, Max, both for ourselves, right? One is, first of all, saving you money. Like if your blended's down, you should know that. Saving you time. That's on the saving side, right? And on the other side is making you money, right? Yeah. And so, Rabba, you had that client. You want to tell that story from the beluga whale group?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. This is crazy. And this is not hyperbole at all. This is real deal. We're actually doing a case study. So you guys will, or now obviously we're doing a case study. Anyways, so we had in Austin, as you guys know, community content education are our three big pillars in the marketing department. And we really believe in community, and we have the best community. So why not throw a bunch of events? AJ and Max are awesome. They give me budget to do it. So we have something called the Blue Whale Group, where we threw an event in Austin, $5 million and up run rate stores, where people that kind of have the same problems. And we had a roundtable and then a discussion. And the CEO of the company was talking about how when he was starting up, his paid guy started this amazing ad. They thought it was an amazing ad. Facebook's in-platform metrics was telling him, hey, this ad sucks, shut it off. Triple Pixel was like, hey, this ad's doing great, turn it up. And so they kept turning it up, trusted the Pixel, $100 a day, $1,000 a day, $3,000 a day, just to the moon, scaled it. That one ad ended up making this company $5 million from this one ad. That product in the ad ended up becoming their best-selling product, and they actually had to send a team out to their manufacturer to make sure that they can not run out of this product that they sold. So that was definitely on the higher end of like wow stories, but that's kind of what we can help people do, and that's the end goal. Like, is we want to help people, enable them to make better decisions faster. And by definition, faster decisions are usually better, where you don't have to waste time. So that was one of the really cool stories where this is a substantial store where they're doing, I think, 50, 60 a year. And so like $5 million is still a big needle mover for them. And it transitioned their business to making more of this one product. So it was really, really cool story there.
Yeah. I want to just say, like, those type of stories, first of all, if you're our current customers and you have those, please share them. Because like yesterday I had to call the team at just find out, like, is everyone okay? Because the team has been working. Like we offered all of our Israeli employees, because it's a 2-day holiday, we offered to buy them food for the holiday. So if they need to work on Friday, like the amount they're working, because I'm like, listen, I understand, I'm married, there's pressures, and it's not like everyone's working now as of a job. It's like in a mission right now. It's crazy. The energy right now is crazy. And I called a lot of developers to figure out if everyone's okay, because they're in Israel, we're in Columbus, and they're like, no, AJ, everyone's fine. It's like, it's just fun. It's pure fun. Like, we ordered supper, lunch, to make sure that everyone could just be there. People were working like 12-hour days in the office, and obviously afterwards more. But like, just like pure coding, getting things done. It's right now. It's fun to be part of a company that's helping people. It's really, really fun. It's an amazing opportunity. I've been me and Max, we've both been. I don't know, Rob, about you, but we've both been in places where you're building a startup. You're working very hard, because even in a startup that's failing, you're working very hard, right? 100%. And like, there's no feedback. It's like, you launch it, nothing. You launch it, nothing. No feedback, no iteration. So
Oh, absolutely. Especially the analog to that for me is content. So content in the beginning, you're just screaming into the ether and you just got to keep going, keep
same
shipping,
thing.
keep shipping, keep shipping. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, you'll get a random message. I love that podcast. Like somebody's listening to the podcast or that blog article is great. Like, yes. And it
Yeah.
just feeds your soul and you just keep hammering.
And
And
the
it
thing is,
takes,
if
And then
you
you
have
get
to
better.
work hard before, right? Because like if your first content's not great, no one's going to listen, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's the same exact thing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
amazing. Gabrielle, Niels, thank you for the shout outs. Kareen, appreciate you guys joining. Max, did you want to kind of just give a little recap of FinHub of kind of how it came about, or a little bit there
sure.
if people missed it?
Yeah. I don't know how you missed it. No. It was everywhere. Now, so, when I was running my brands for Madison and Ivy and Fig beforehand, right? I think even when you're in the space, D2C space, right? There's so much talk around how to optimize your funnel, how to drive more traffic, how to scale, how to attribute. There's so much attribution marketing talk, CRO talk. There's very little like actually P&L, making money, EBITDA, like your books, account. I mean, the things are not as fun, but at the end of the day, we're trying to make money, and it's a good idea to understand the financial health of your business. So I just noticed throughout my experience, there's very little education on finance.
Yep.
And it was all on marketing, which is good, but you need to have a balance of both. So like for me, I'm like, okay, what do I do? After trying to take a drop shipping business 7 years ago and bring it domestic, and that experience without knowing anything about finance almost wiped me out twice. Okay. Like understanding lead times, understanding, the entire manufacturing cycle and how that has implications on your cash flow was just, let's just say I had a nice crash course into I'm not bankrupt. So, I got it together. I hired like an FP&A to build me like a forecasting tool, very simple. And then off of that, I sort of created my own just cash positioning, where am I cash positioning spreadsheet,
Yep.
which consists of just like, okay, Chase account, Amex account, credit card, this credit card, how much inventory do I have on a spreadsheet? And I go in every day or every other day, or I was pretty obsessive. So I go in multiple times a day and just get those balances on there and see like how much money do I actually have. Took a lot of time. But when I did it, I got the clarity I needed and the confidence I needed to really scale and understand the margins, understand the cost of goods and how much money I have to lay out in the next 30 days to pay for inventory. Huge part of the business. And so, like Rabah said at the beginning, a lot of the roadmap is based on my spreadsheets. AJ would go and build a lot of them. That's Yvonne. And this time's a little bit different. We have Yaakov, who has just been unbelievable, and his whole team, and they put this together. And they really went off to the races, and they took some of my initial experiences through those spreadsheet experiences and talked to tons of users and built a real-time cash dashboard that was way better than anything I would have imagined. Just give you real-time cash position along with like a ledger. So that's basically just the debits and credits, the money in, the money out of your checking account in real time. So you can see it. As soon as I saw that part of this dashboard, I immediately was like looking at the debits. I'm like, why am I still paying for that? Why am I still paying for that? Why am I still? Oh, let me call my wife. She's using the wrong credit card, and it was just huge. And immediately started saving money and just getting that clarity. And then Yaakov was like, okay, let's put the cash flows on there. Let's put the P&L on there. So then let's get real-time accrual accounting on there. Just quick categorizations. QuickBooks is great. Xero is great, but like at the end of the day, they're sort of like tools that were made for the non-e-commerce entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And
now we've got something that's like real time, easy to use, and that's what we built. And so we're hoping that people will use this, get clarity. And it's also another area of business that we're excited to bring value, which is like we've been focusing on the performance of the marketing, and now we want to help leverage the same types of philosophies that we used to build that to bring clarity to your financial operations.
Yeah, Max, fully agree there. I think this was inspired by Max, executed by Yaakov and team in a really beautiful way. I want to say this is
the best thing you can do is hire someone who's way better than yourself, right?
Yeah,
that is the best thing. I think also it's important to realize that this is like this is module one in a series of modules that are coming around the operations of the business, right?
Yeah.
So financing, in order to build forecasting and inventory, you need, I think part of the problem with current inventory tools is the fact that they're not baked into everything else. This is Yaakov's big philosophy, and it's true, right? And so really the finance dashboard for us is a way to bring in all the data so we can actually go ahead and really build the forecasting / inventory planner that really
the
needed.
leading indicators to the bottom line, which really starts with traffic, right?
Exactly. And so that's why marketing plays such a big part into inventory and forecasting, right? So really this whole thing is coming together really into the e-com OS, into a full thing.
And I do have just a quick, we have a new product that is not getting that much love. It really should be. I'm going to debut it right now. And we've got an offer at the end of this debut. I want to just present to you the Triple Whale notebook embossed with the logo. Nice little strap right here. Shout out to Moleskine. And whoever sees this video right now, this recording, if you want to hit me up on Twitter, I'll send you a free one.
Look at this. Amazing. People helping people. And you know what? I'll build on the back of that. And if you buy the Finance Hub today, I'll give you 50% off.
Boom.
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 I mean, it's there. It's there. But again, I want to also explain a little bit of the philosophy of launches in Triple Whale so people are clued in, right? And it's really been like this forever. Guys, everyone knows we launched the Creative Cockpit, the Affluencer Hub, and we're very much a build in public company, right? We'll launch something and we'll iterate quickly. And part of the way we build is with the community, right? We literally get users on, we hit all the edge cases, we work it through. And so part of the reason we give these discounts is not because we don't think the value is worth the $100, $200 a month for that. Like closing your month every month is worth a lot more than that, right? The reason we give a discount is because there really are things we're still going to be working out, right? But the thing is, you get that discount for life, right? And so you're really joining us and helping us build out these products. Like the Creative Cockpit right now, I think is fully operational with everything in there. We're getting YouTube, Pinterest, I think Snapchat in there soon. We got the sharing in there, the segments, there's so much in there right now. All these products are maturing and maturing. Getting in early just locks you in a less price, and in return we get the feedback to really get it to a full product market fit, right? And so the launch for us is really the first stake in the game. The initial